Welcome back, everybody watching as we get ourselves into game number 3. We were both dizzy after that game number 2. Absolutely rip-roaring affair between LFY and Newbee. And this is the decider. One of these teams goes home. I'm sad to see either one of them go. I mean, that game 2 was spectacular.
One has to go, but after the last match, I'm going to be sad that one of these teams have to go. It was pure entertainment, back and forth. Who's going to make more mistakes? It felt like at one point.
Who makes the biggest cock-up? Well, you just look at these bans, you look at these picks, and you understand how both teams are starting to understand each other and get a good grip on how to draft. As Newbee steal the Warlock away from LFY, LFY steal the Sand King Leshrac combo from Newbee, who potentially stole it from Liquid, but who knows what's happening there. But Clockwork insta-banned by Newbee, and when I say insta-banned, I mean the draft started and Clockwork was gone, he's out of the game. Night Stalker Omni and then a Medusa removed, while LFY, a little more interesting here, Naga, Io, Nyx. Oh, they're 3 bans out.
I'm just happy that we don't see Io. They might consider banning the Gyro. This Gyro Warlock combo is too strong. It feels like Warlock, as a pick, as a support, he did not do good in the top lane in the previous game because it was a hard lane for him, but he does so much. If you decide to go for the cast range on level 10, 150 extra, you can just cast a good upheaval and win the game with it.
Yeah, like the Fatal Bond's 5% always looks good.
Always, yeah, that's
always
so tasty, but...
Well, honestly, I think Warlock is probably one of the best scaling supports in the game. With the talents he's got, the Golem on death, the XP gain, and the fact that when you get to 25, if you get to 25, that magic immunity or the armor bonus on the multiple golems that you've got running around, it just helps you push towers. It helps you end the game.
So you get to level 20, you buy a Bloodstone and a Blink. Just blink into them, use a rock and a Bloodstone, and just suicide again.
Throw your ult, like Fatal Bombs, throw your ulti, blink in, Bloodstone suicide. Easy. Easy golems.
Just kidding, that's not doable, but in theory it is.
Yeah, it is.
Or you can just, you don't need the Bloodstone, like you can just go in, throw the rock and just die. You don't need the Bloodstone, they're gonna kill you anyway.
Yeah, true.
Just start casting Upheaval.
Just jump into the middle of 5 and cast Upheaval, see what they do. It'll force out a couple of stuns here and there for sure. So where's this draft going, Lacoste? DP Warlock. Bit of pushing power there. But they don't have much team fight lockdown, it feels like. They've got damage, they've got chase. They need some stuns. Well, Sand King gone. I guess this is a Faith Warlock. But for Newbee, my worry is always Kaka. And I think it's been this way for quite some time. When he's on Sand King, great. Absolutely beautiful. He knows that hero in and out. But, you know, the Tusk, the Earth Spirit, these other Pos 4s, the Night Stalker, he has good games, but it's always this kind of coin flip whether he fully gets the job done.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he excels at the Sand King, but he could improve his hero pool a little bit. I mean, it's easy to play around players that have a huge hero pool, so you can pick whatever you want. Let's say Chinese teams, they did not play too much Wisp. If you have players in your team who don't play, let's say, an Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit is not a popular pick in this particular patch, but let's take a couple of patches before. It's really hard. You don't have a Wisp, you don't have an Earth Spirit player. You're kind of locked in a situation where you're forced to pick a hero that you don't want to play. Your player can't play it.
Yeah. And there we go. The Lycan taking out that kind of combo with the DP. Not going to be happening here for Newbee, where you can shove out towers and cycle your ultis. Of course, that big old movement speed advantage you get. LGD with a Kotl. That's some good wave clear. Maybe expecting the swarm of summons to come from Newbee soon. But why a Kotl third pick? It's quite a weird one for me. I guess he does reasonably well in dual lanes. He can lane with a Lesh or lane with a Sand King. Pretty open, very strong in the side.
If it's going to be Leshrac and Keeper of the Light supports, I find that extremely weak. Both of them have no escape mechanism. They're kind of squishy, riding the horses as well. They just need the horse killer. Maybe a centaur.
Why is he the horse killer?
I don't know. He looks like Carl Drogo.
LFY's turn.
Maybe he killed the horse. Not sure how he ended up in the Greek mythology having the body half horse, half human.
I mean, Greek mythology is just everyone banged each other.
No, it's just Zeus. Oh, sorry, it was just the tip. I didn't mean to. Then his son shows. It was pretty much Zeus' love life. That's Greek mythology summed up.
Pretty much.
10 seconds remaining. Newbees.
Maybe this answers our question.
Okay, so this is why they picked Keeper of the Light, Bristleback, and Coddle. If you play this lane, I think it's way better to go for Chakra level 1 instead of Illuminate. You just... Bristleback uses 1 Quill Spray, then you cast Chakra on him, and then he uses it twice.
Get those stacks going. That could be some real good stuff. I always think of Bristle as like a superhero, but I know for sure Inflame is very good and very comfortable on the hero. So looking at this, I feel like, an Afu Sand King. Maybe they put this Leshrac in that middle lane for super.
Yes.
And then have that Cottle Bristleback in the dual off lane. But I don't know, what kind of hero do you put with a Sand King in the safe lane?
Or if they're trying to, let's say, close the game early on, have Keeper of the Light Bristol, and have Sand King Lesh lane, where Leshrac farms, and have a mid hero.
That could definitely work out.
Okay, so there's the Gyro. Combine that with the Warlock and the Tusk. Gyro is a good hero against the Bristleback and Coddle in general, because he has both magical and physical damage early on against the Bristle, who's a melee hero. He's gonna do fine.
10 seconds.
They do have the Blinding Light against that potential flat cannon Fatal Bonds play. But it's always interesting to me, in pub games you see a Bristle and the immediate snap reaction is like, we need a Silver Edge. But in pro games they see a Bristle and they're like, we just need to group up and kill him. Get some big damage early on, because Bristleback, if he goes 0-4 in laning stage, he's out of the game. He gets shut down super hard. Can farm Ancients, can come back, but I feel like he's a super momentum-based hero.
Yeah, if they didn't pick the Gyro, the other answer could be Slark. If you have a super farm Bristleback, he's just the free stats for him, and he can get rid of pretty much anything in this game with his Q.
Mana
Sand King, Leshrac, Keeper of the Light, Bristle. This is a really good Slark game. If they want to put something like Dead Prophet +1 on the offlane, let's say have a Gyro on mid, they can still go for a Slark if they wanna. It's doable.
And of course LFY, like you were saying, still very open with what they can do. And they've got the responsive pick. They've got the final say in this draft.
LFY's turn to pick.
There it is. You've been waiting for it.
Haha. So this is another way to deal with the Bristleback, and that's their initiation, just to keep them in place. That goes through the BKB. You just turn around the Bristle. He loves to keep the ass in your face. You just turn him around with either Axe or with the Legion Commander.
Absolutely.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, LFY. Dealing with Axe Tusk lane, Gyro Warlock lane, and a DP in the middle lane. How do you bring this all together? You've got a tanky frontliner in the Bristle. You've got a bit of split push action here and there with Cottle, Leshrac, a bit of team fight with Sand King.
They might go for a different lane setup, maybe Axe and Warlock, which gives Axe more survivability, and have Gyro and Tusk, which gives them more kill potential than Warlock and Gyro would have.
So then they have sustain for the Axe and
yes,
and that disable.
They're just gonna wait for the last pick, see what LFY wants to do. You don't want to run Keeper of the Light and Bristle on the safe lane, so it's gonna be these two on the off lane probably, and lean at some burst damage that they need. But I rather feel that they're squishy. Keeper of the Light, Leshrac, and Lina. If you go on these three heroes, it feels like they have no escape mechanism. They just run away. They're not tanky. Not too much armor as well.
Basically, if whoever gets the jump,
yes,
has the advantage. It feels like this game. And Lena, obviously, that really nice matchup against the DP.
Also, a lot of ways to reinitiate the fight with Newbee's heroes. You have Tusk, Snowball, you have Warlock, Ulti. These heroes are pretty speedy. If someone gets the dunk off.
Sprinting around like madmen.
10 seconds remaining.
There we have it. Arfu, Sand King, Monet, Leshrac, Yao,
5
Kotal.
seconds remaining.
With Inflame on the Bristleback, and of course, Super over on that Lena. That's Triple C. Faith on the DP and the Warlock. Tusk for Kaka. Moogie on the Gyro, and KP. I feel like KP Axe, it rings a bell. Sounds like a hero that he used to play quite a lot back in the day. He definitely has brought it back from time to time here on Newbee, one of the few Chinese teams that has tinkered with the pick.
I gotta check if the game is paused.
It is not paused. You gonna drop a smiley in there?
Nah.
Are you gonna be professional?
As always, Gary.
As always.
I'm always professional, except when I'm not.
Sounds like a Charlie Chaplin quote. Or an Einstein. Abraham Lincoln said that, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you find it
Why
on
do
the
I keep
internet with Abraham Lincoln, it throws you off the map when you start the game.
Why?
They don't want you in the game, Gary. That's it.
Oh. I see how it is. Fine then. Game number 3. LFY up against Newbee. And already the tips are flowing. Inflame getting a couple. That's Triple C gets a tip and then tips back, but that is the worst deal in human history. 25 for 200. That's not fair. A ward is actually pinged out already. LFY know exactly where that observer ward went from Triple C. How are they setting up? Arfu, Sand King, Monet, Leshrac. And that's safe lane for now. Top lane will be the Bristleback and, of course, the Kotal. And Super will take up that middle spot.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm so good at reading these lanes.
Very big.
Very smart. Just kidding.
Highly intelligent human being. Just like everyone else in this lobby. Bounty runes. What's happening here then? It's quite interesting to see the shift in, I guess, credence in guaranteeing bounty runes here. It looks like Monet and Inflame grab themselves a couple. And the rest of the bounty runes get grabbed up by Inflame and Faith. But so often you used to see the mid laner, sit mid, block the wave, and the rest of the team would go and get the bounty runes, contest one side of the map and try and play passively on the other. And now it seems like you try and play aggressively at every bounty rune spot. Try and get as many as you can as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's true. The mid matchup is going to be interesting. I think Lena has the upper hand since Dead Prophet can't really use the Spirit Siphon. Already 3-0.
Kaka's trying to go in onto Yao here, and well, he's got the shards, but look at the Quill Spray. You were talking about the Chakra Magic level 1. Inflame immediately gets First Blood. Spams out the Quill Sprays, and of course, Kaka just absolutely screwed, buys the stick, and comes back into lane. And there's the tip. Kaka's going back in. He's got shards here to try and trap Yao, but Yao hits level 2. Doesn't get
he doesn't
blocked
even
in
trap
either.
him. This is going to be a tough lane, especially since Bristleback got the First Blood. Look at those Quill Sprays. 3 stacks.
Is Kaka dead?
5. He's going to need 1 more.
A few more now. He's gonna dive. He's gonna go in. Our tower is a little bit scary, but Creep Wave arrives, and that aggro is gonna go in onto the creeps while Inflame with that Chakra Magic up. The double spam comes out. A homing missile will try and keep him at bay as the Illuminate not quite landing as intended. Now, this really is an awful, awful spot to be in, though. Moogie has to go off to the side shop to buy that magic stick. Just to try and deal with this Bristleback.
This is one of the most old school lanes. Like Warlock, talking about Warlock Spectre, but there's Bristleback and Coddle, or Coddle and Phantom Lancer.
Well, now Kotal Bristle. Kaka is just trying his little heart out Snowball in with a homing missile forward. Moogie, though, jeez Louise, careful there, hey, with the Illuminate and the final Quill Spray. Pop goes the Weasel, it does indeed. Well, Moogie takes a tumble in the top lane, while middle, what we're looking at, 15-2 against DP's 10-3, so Lina coming out a little bit on top, but a fresh creep wave arrives for the DP to soak up all that lovely golden experience, and bottom lane, a bit of action. KP and Faith aggressive into the face of Afu and Monet. And we've seen this Sanking Leshrac, play aggressively, do very well from ahead. But how do you think they're going to do from behind?
They're not that strong when playing from behind. There's 2 points in Battle Hunger, which gives them good kill potential, especially if Warlock gets 2 points in Shadow Word. That's a lot of overtime damage. Top lane.
I think Kaka might just be dead. He's got 10 stick charges, but Inflame is diving pretty deep. Homing Missile will keep him under the tower. Illuminate with the nice wraparound from Moogie getting in front of Inflame. He's trying to go in and he does claim the life there.
Bottle and Flask.
His salve is cancelled. He's got a bottle with no charges and a mango as well, but Moogie there. 4 stacks of Cool Spray up on him. These do a lot of damage. TP Scroll on the Bristle. It's in his backpack. He's moved it. And Moogie will be safe for now, but mid lane, Super taken out of the game. Kaka's first rotation. Not going to be met here by Arfu, who does make the TP in, but just not fast enough.
They can't do anything top, so he just rotates mid, tries to get a kill, and he gets it. That's exactly what you need to do. If you can't play your lane, just go and help the other lanes.
It pays off. Pays off very nicely.
Also, I love the way that Newbee plays that sentry on the top lane. Just in front. That's the ward that they had.
Yeah. Just in case LFY, went back to the replay and were like, oh, they placed the ward there. We'll try and use that ourselves. Especially when there is a Lesh Sanking. Maybe expecting that dual lane to come their way. Ice Shards in Flame. Trapped with the homing missile damage and into the rocket barrage. Super gets a double kill mid, which I kind of regret not watching, but Moogie might be in trouble here. They've got another Quill Spray now. 1 hit, not enough. Illuminate scratches past the gyro. So mid lane, what the hell happened over there? SCC and Faith both dying.
Sanking rotated, that's what happened. I was watching the top lane, but considering where Sanking is standing right now, that's what happened.
Looks like it. So Monet's left in a 1v1 against KP. Well, Leshrac now given a bit of breathing room to get that experience going. A rotation from Arfu going all the way through the dire jungle. Meeting up with Inflame for the 5-minute bounty runes. Should be able to grab themselves. Oh, they're going to get 4. Monet gets both bottom and Inflame gets both top with his bottle.
So they got 7 out of 8 runes.
Yeah.
Top tower is under attack.
A 3k net worth lead, looking pretty juicy here for LFY. Gyrocopter coming to clear out a little stack and of course that Radiant creep wave, but Inflame arrives and hurts him back. Pens him up into this tier 1 tower area while Kaka, a lot of wand charges for sure. Snowball to delay that Bristleback's maneuver forward, pops the wand as the Illuminate hits. SCC dies in towards mid lane, again a rotation from Arfu. It's just non-stop aggression in every single one of these lanes. People are dying or close to dying. And it's LFY that the one stamping their mark on this map and on this series.
Yeah, they can't do too much on the bottom lane with the Sanking and Leshrac, so they just rotate Sanking on a mid. Same thing that the Newbee did with the Tusk.
Inflame nearly level 6 as well. Vanguard bottle 6 minutes in. He has boots, Vanguard bottle. For ridiculous amounts of farm here for the Bristleback. I mean, what's he at right now? 3-0-0 with about 40 CS. A bit of a play down bottom lane. Newbee trying to get in onto Monet. There's a nice Fatal Bonds. And with the Berserker's Call, Battle Hunger to go as well. Monet dropping low. He's going to fall here, but they might trade back for KP. Yao and Arfu trying to get the tickle down on him. Arfu's Burrow Strike will definitely secure this. As Yao illuminates to steal, secure.
Secure is the right word. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Bristleback is getting a lot of levels since he was left solo, and he's just spraying all over the gyrocopter. It's like when Dog is spraying his territory, right? You take him out for a walk.
We've missed. Well, I've missed a few kills watching this Bristleback now. I can't take my eyes off him. He's just spraying everywhere. He's a skunk. He's a porcupine skunk. Getting it all over the place.
I love the cosmetics as well.
Yeah, really nice. He's all spiky. What does Newbee do? They smoke up and they try and make a play. Kaka, Faith. They're undecided. They can't make up their mind. Do we go top? Do we go bot? Do we TP? Do we move mid? And they will see Super. Show his face in the mid lane, so a quick snowball. TP from Arfu to turn it around, and they've almost killed SCCC. In fact, they have. Arfu's TP and the ow from Monet is Faithful drop and a double kill for Super. Currently sitting at 5-1 and 0. Kaka makes the long retreat back, but my goodness. Where was this LFY in game 1?
I have no clue. They looked like some random team that gathered at this tournament, but finally they're showing what they're made of. They devoured immediate smoke. Look at Sanking, Agent 007, involved in 7 kills, 8 minutes in.
The name's Fu.
Yeah.
Fu.
Mid lane, Super. That was a long-ass DP.
Yeah, well, top lane, there's the Burrow Strike. Catching Gyro. There's no Bristleback quite nearby. Kill attempt will fall apart there as SCCC does move in towards mid-tier 1. I'm just looking at the levels here, 8-6-6 across the Lina, Lesh, and Bristle. Looking pretty good for Newbee as well, though. Their experience isn't really halted too much, but it's the net worth chart that really is going to start blowing your mind. 4.5, 4.1, 3.1, and the top red hero, the top dire hero, is the Axe just under 3,000 net worth.
Bristleback is just taking the lane on the top, farming the neutrals as well. Once he hits level 9 with level 4 Bristleback, I love how how his skill is just called the same as the hero. Is there any other skill in the game? I don't think there is.
I feel like there are some that are close, but I can't think of any right now. But there's nothing like Bristleback, which is literally 1 for 1. Because they've... yeah, I don't know. Death Prophets come in for a bit of a scrap. Sand King. Looks like he is dead here, even with the Sandstorm. They should have enough AoE damage. Kaka there holding onto the Ice Shards just to make sure that they get that kill. Monet given a bit of room down bottom. Shoves it all the way into tier 1, while KP... Vanguard nearly done. Does give him a nice bit of tankiness, but he is nowhere near the level of farm this Bristleback has. I mean, Inflame is the POS 1 this game right now.
They're gonna get 4 runes again.
That's disgusting.
11 out of 12 runes, Gary.
It's illegal. So that's where they were. That's where LFY have been. Waiting, biding their time for the bounty rune gathering session. That's what Dota's all about.
He actually got 1 point in Vicious Nasal Goo, one of the better names for the spell as well, just so they can have a better kill potential.
Faith.
And he TPs to mid.
Yeah. Epicenter the... oh, Arfu, this is gorgeous. 2-man burrow in and LFY. Clap, clap, clap. Set up top, swing to mid, set up mid, take 2 down. Monet in trouble though. He's going to trade his life here with a takedown by Newbee. But another 2-man burrow forward from Arfu. And they'll catch Mugi. Oh, Inflame will clear him up with ease as the damage comes out. And 14-6, LFY cruising in game number 3.
LFY is styling a Newbee this game. Warlock survives top, TP's back to mid, then immediately dies. That's gotta feel bad.
Sure does. Arfu Sand King, an absolute sight to behold. Every movement, every stun. Perfectly on the mark as the recall from Yao brings Super in to try and battle. Blinding Light pushes KP closer. Arfu not quite in range with the stun. Had the wand charges there to get the mana for it. We'll take a look though at SCCC. Inflame is battling away here, and well, the DP has popped a ulti with a snowball and shards forward. They'll try and catch Inflame, and I think he might finally die this game.
I mean, he's not invincible. He has a Vanguard, but he's level 8, which means that he has 2 points in Bristleback.
KP 200 gold away from that Blink Dagger. Goes in to stack some Ancients some more. Looks like SCCC going to try and snipe some of these out himself. Gyrocopter may be a little bit sad about this, but nothing Mugi can really do in that area of the map. LFY right now looking to maybe slow things down a little bit. They've got a smoke on Arfu though, so maybe they go for a cross the river play.
Axe has a Blink Dagger. He did not finish the full Vanguard because his team needs him. He needs to go in. They're gonna smoke. They have Rock ready as well. Axe just needs to heal up, get the mana. Ideally, the kill, let's say, on Alina would be amazing because she's the one who has the Yule Scepter now. One of the better items against the Axe. When he initiates, you just Yule him up.
Here comes that smoke. They've got double Yules, Lesh and Lina. Obsward sees the Tusk illusion. And they know it is an illusion, as it does literally no damage. Little mud golems. LFY though setting up still for a play up towards top lane. That's Triple C showing and hiding, showing and hiding. LGD Forever Young not quite sure what to do with themselves, while Newbee very clear on what their plan is. Smoke up, 5-man group, pop ultis and slay. Level 2 Fatal Bonds, 2 in the Shadow Word here for this Warlock of Newbee, and they are defending their tier 2 tower with everything they've got. Well, there's the Radiant scan set. Oh, look!
I mean, that's not the best scan. It's near the tower. Every hero is missing.
Yep. It's like, oh, look, we knew DP was there. Let's scan. We'll find out that, guess what? DP is there, but they've got a few people backing her up as well. Full hood now for this fat-ass bristleback. I mean, what's he at now?
That's Kim K of Dota 2, bristleback. They're gonna...
I do not want a bristleback sex tape, thank you very much.
So,
I mean,
big stack.
that's what she's famous for, right?
Yeah, that's 3 stacks of Ancients. I need you to focus, Gary.
I am now focused. 3 stacks of
Ancients.
Oh yeah.
He's clearing them up with the bristleback.
Ah. I looked at every ancient camp except the one that he's actually at. Clever boy, clever boy. So things have slowed down a little bit now. LFY no longer snapping kills left and right. Newbee no longer diving for kills and opening themselves up. And it definitely feels like LFY respecting this Blink call, this Warlock ulti with the Fatal Bonds. But I think more importantly, you've mentioned this Blink Dagger and the fact that Newbee need KP, need this Axe to jump in, find initiations and start fights. And they're trying to force it. But LFY are like super smartly moving around the map, collecting bounty runes, not giving any kind of opportunity away, and they're just dodging. They're making sure that the investment here from KP, that Blink Dagger investment, is being wasted.
Yes, exactly. That's one of those games where their offlaner picks the item to fight with because they need to fight. Then you just try to dodge the fights. He's gonna get recalled.
He's out of there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Snowball, Monet. He's got himself a Yule Scepter. He's going to stun up one. Yule's into the air as Kaka dies, but Exorcism popped by SCCC means that Monet will not survive. Now with the raindrops popped and SCCC turning back with the rock, in comes KP with a nice little chop. And Yao running back and away, but Inflame has arrived. No, he's not going to save the day, I don't think, here. He's tanky, but he doesn't do enough damage. Super buys back. Super's coming in. They want to continue fighting here, it looks like. Inflame, he's tanking through everything that's been thrown his way, and Faith will be that target of the day, but KP, Super, trying to battle away at this Axe, maybe with the help of Arfu, they can borrow up, but not quite connecting. And the trouble is, though, KP, already low on HP, will lose his life. He buys the Vanguard as he passes through.
Yeah, if they can get the kill on Warlock's Golem, that's going to be a huge amount of gold for Super. He's just gonna respawn later. He got one of the last hits. He farmed, so he's good. This buyback does not mean anything to him.
I mean, yes, 600 odd cost for the buyback. Not a big deal for Super there. Snowball forward from Kaka, and I do not know what that was meant to accomplish. Absolutely.
Not sure what that was.
Yeah, bizarre. Kaka maybe felt that he was being chased or being hit by LSA or something.
Like, thank you for that. You gave me a good chunk of gold. I'm gonna give it back to you.
I mean, Lena's now up to 2,600. They've taken 3 tier 1s. So they've got a couple of team fight wins under their belt. 8,000 net worth lead for LFY. What does Super go in and buy? Is this a Shadow Blade game? I mean, it feels like she needs to tank up with maybe a Bloodstone or something.
He's playing with the Coddle, so he's gonna have enough mana. But as you mentioned, the Bloodstone will give her the tankiness, especially if Axe called you. She just needs to survive.
I guess the classic builds, Bloodstone, Shivers, Daedalus, BKB, something along those lines. Probably going to be where Super heads into.
But Shadow Blade is still a good pickup.
Yeah.
Maybe as a third item, get into the back lines, stop the Warlock from using the upheaval, which he does not have skilled.
Dire are scanning.
Bloodstone for the Leshrac also queued up. Kotl recalling Leshrac in. Kaka has made a play. I'm not sure it's going to be a good one. He's taunted up Arfu here with the old KP axe. The trouble is Kaka has baited KP into death, and now Mugi swings into action, but the LSA lands. The damage, where is it? Follow through is here with the Lightning Storm, but the Flat Cannon already popped out. Nice two-man burrow. But Super has no way of entering these fights, and that is Newbee losing their axe, but getting a couple of very key kills.
Yeah, Bristleback was not there. He was not being recalled. Now he's in.
They want Kaka. He's going to walk into this, try and tank up that Exorcism. Homing Missile not going to do too much there to the Bristleback. Inflame definitely making his mark on that entry.
Immediately, they're spamming the Roche Pit. They know that Exorcism is down. They want to make something happen, even though they still have a rock.
Level 4 Fatal Bonds as well.
I don't like this. Both Monet and Lina, both Lesh and Lina, are going for a Bloodstone.
It's the same, like Yule's Bloodstone as well, right?
Yes.
No Force Staffs, no kind of real team fight tanky items. Very self-serving. I don't want to call it greedy items, because it does tank them up and it gives them that mana regen in the fights.
I think for the Leshrac, the better item would be, which still gives you the tankiness, just go for the Eon Disc. And you can survive the Axe Call.
Newbee still prepping for this Roshan defense. Drops to 5,000 HP, but I don't think LFY feel comfortable finishing this one off. They're going to go back and smoke. Oh, they want to make a play up the ramp. They're wrapping round. Newbee, SCCC. He's up on the front lines all alone. Backs up now as the Illuminate clips the creep wave. Inflame inside the pit, pretending that they're doing it. But Newbee very patient. All the way back, biding their time and waiting for the go. Now the epicenter. Where's the blink? Where's the burrow? Not going to make the play. Holds back. He knew his team couldn't follow through, so it's bad and then good from Arfu, but it looks like they will be losing their little old Tusky. Snowballing forward towards Inflame. Not really left much of a chance there, though, the Tusk.
A little bit of mistakes by both teams. First, Sanking uses Epi, hits nothing. Then Kaka gets caught out of position again. It's the Roche time right now with Vicious Nasal Goo. They're gonna have enough damage to take him down. What a name for a spell.
Viscous Nasal Goo.
Viscous? Maybe I'm missing one.
No, you swapped the S and the C around. They're very close.
All right. Yeah, you know, that's one of the spells that she saw in Dota 1. Never bothered to watch.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought it was that for the longest. Like, literally, I was like, what is this skill called again? I was like, oh.
Well, it makes more sense now that,
yes.
that you said it. Viscous Nasal Goo.
It's sticky and thick, comes out of his nose, and it is gooey. There we go. Bloodstone up on the Lesh. Lina closing in on hers. And Warlock with that tome coming out.
That's why you laughed the first time when I said it, you sneaky bastard.
Dire's middle tower.
You're that guy when your nose is bleeding and you're not gonna tell anyone because it's funny. It looks funny.
No, I always let the first one slide in case it's a mistake, and I wait for the second one to see if it was a mistake or, just people being stupid. Mugi taken out by Super down in bottom lane, but the Roshan fight not happening. No, Newbee, they find Inflame, but he's not a kill that they can grab themselves. And with Gyro dead, this is where LFY can really shine. SCCC with a fresh BKB, But look at that. DD for Super. In they go. Roshan, hello. And Newbee's still thinking about this. Oh, hell. 3-man. Burrow in. There we go with the rock drop down, and the ghosts are flowing out from SCCC, but Inflame is taking no damage whatsoever. He doesn't care. He's just running around rampant in these team fights. A big upheaval from Faith will slow them down. And there's LFY thinking about the old in and out there in the team fight. And Roshan, 2,700 HP. SCCC, he wants a part of this. Going in with the ghosts. They're going to try and blink call onto someone. They've got the bristle back, the damage. This time he's alone. And comes Arfu with a 2-man burrow, but Inflame's already dead. 2-man LSA, but the BKB from SCCC will buy the time for Gyro to arrive. Even with the Laguna Blade out onto Karkat's Tusk, they need the buybacks to secure this Roshan, but they don't have them. Blink call catches no one. Leshrac moves forward, but Roshan's still wondering why all these nasty kids are on his front yard and not finishing him off. Snowball. Yules up, Leshrac saves his life. Now the Epi burrow onto 2. Roshan's still alive! Taken by Arfu and killed by the Radiant. Faith is going to be one to fall, as well as Lina from the outskirts. Taken down one by one, the dunk from KP though. Maybe if you can get a second one here, the Aegis popped. And Super in trouble. Has a Yules in 5, but I don't know if that's enough time. Maybe with Arfu's stun, the 1-man hits, but the Snowball buys a bit of time. But the trouble is Monet has already respawned. They catch the Lina in the tail end of the fight, but all things considered, this is a win for LFY.
Where's the Aegis? It's still... Okay, Arfu lost it.
Yeah.
This fight lasted forever. Bristleback is just a normal hero when you turn him around.
Yes.
It takes full damage. It's not the side damage, it's not the back damage reduction.
He is reasonably squishy.
Also, I think Bristleback should still go for a Blade Mail. A lot of uncontrollable damage on the side of Newbee. You're playing against the Gyro and Dead Prophet.
And fatal bonds. Such a big value item. It looks like for now though, Inflame, he had SNY queued up, but he's gone Yasha into Lotus Orb, it looks like. Very interesting progression there from the Bristleback. So Roshan dead, Aegis grabbed and immediately removed. Lina finally has the Bloodstone. Leshrac is back up to 14 charges after dying once. But what's the game plan for Newbee? They still seem to be that team that's on the back foot, always looking for the reactive plays with their big ultis. Is it just a smoke that's needed to swing the balance again and try and get that a little bit of an advantage?
Yeah, you just buy the 80 gold item and just instantly win, Gary.
Absolutely.
That's it. I know what the plan for LFY is. They have really low respawn time with the 2 Bloodstones, so Keeper of the Light just needs to stay alive and recall them back into the fights.
And keep that fight going as long as they can. Maybe now with the 2 BKBs. SCCC and Mugi both have themselves the nice magic immunity. And they're setting up for a fight top lane. Arfu in the trees. Oh my god, this could be huge for them. Epicenter.
Oh my god.
Where is it? Blink, Burrow, 4-man caught. There's a big cooldown though, and the turnaround is not here from LFY. The Shrine popped, and Newbee stay alive. There's the Fatal Bonds going to work with the Ghost of the Flat Cannon as well, and they will rip apart LFY, even with a gorgeous initiation from the Sand King. It wasn't enough, especially when their 2 damage dealers are elsewhere on the map.
Yes, exactly. They were split. They had a good vision where they were moving, but still fighting on a Shrine into 2 BKBs. Wow, both of the cores are missing.
Not ideal. Well, Monet's thinking of a BKB, and it will be the Shadowblade 3rd item, like you called out from Super there. Backline, backstabbing item for the Fiery Mistress. Monet shoving tier 3 here, it looks like. You want to trade a tier 1 for a bit of damage on your high ground? Go on then. How much damage is the tower going to take? Oh, the catapult's coming. Careful.
One more hit.
Hey, there we go.
They're good.
Beautiful. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it? I can feel it. This is game 2.
This game could last for
25
another
minutes or an hour.
exactly.
That's totally
Even
true.
though LFY is in lead 8,000 gold, you don't really feel it because Lina and Leshrac don't scale that well. Lina can transition into a damage dealer, but still look at the cores inside of Newbee. You have Gyro, you have that Prophet, plus you have Axe, who's getting really close to a BKB. Once he goes in, you have nothing to stop him with. Those Yule Scepters are going to be useless. And I don't like the item build on a Bristleback. This SNY is not doing anything. It gives him the tankiness, the move speed, but he's not dealing the damage. I still think he needs to get that Blade Mail. It's really cheap item. If he sells the bottle, he's going to have it pretty soon.
Yeah, it just feels a little bizarre. You know, you mentioned the Yule's Bloodstone on the 2 int cores. We'll come back in a second. Arcane Rune spawns. Monet desperately wants it. He'll grab it. It is his. But he pays with his life. Kaka. Where's the tip? Come on, Kaka. You've stopped still. Come on. No? Nothing?
He's out of the tips.
He's out of tips. But yeah, the fact that they have 2 very similar cores in the Lesh Lina.
Yes.
And then Bristleback is...
Not a good scaling core.
But he's trying to fill a slot that they don't need. Like, the Lina's there to do, you know, long-range attack damage, to do physical attacks and magical. Leshrac is, you know, pretty much all magical with a bit of Edict for tower pushing. I felt like the Bristleback should just be the hero that plonks himself on the Gyro or the DP and says, deal with me, and force them to run around in the fights. But instead, he's gone for like a hybrid, a bit of DPS, bit of tank, bit of this, bit of that.
We go back to that point where you have Lina, Leshrac, and Keeper of the Light. Once they go on you, these heroes don't do anything. They're not tanky enough. Even though with the Bloodstone, yes, you have a Leshrac with 2000 HP, but if Axe calls you, you're just dead.
That's absolutely right. What are they up to now? No smokes on them. They're just coming around and looking for a defense of their tier 2. They've brought in our foe. A 5v5 fight might just be about to kick off. It's starting to brew. LFY retreat through their own jungle and, oh, Newbee, and defend at least for a little bit until the tower falls. One minute 35 until fast Roche spawn. And both teams itching for that opportunity. Super now wants a BKB of his own. Bristleback closing in on one. It is BKB waiting room here for LFY. I just want to try and bide their time until those items and then go and take a team fight. You know, knowing that the DP and the Gyro have both expended at least a charge or 2 on theirs. I mean, Axe has got his now as well, like you were mentioning earlier.
So that's 3 BKBs on side of Newbee, and everything they have is pretty much magical. Some right clicks from the Lina, Quill Spray is physical, and you have Edict. The rest, pure magic damage.
Ooh, hello. Goodbye. Oh, he's got homing missile on him, though. Can he... No. Definitely not. There is no escape. Death is imminent. And KP makes damn sure Arfu feels the pain.
I guess the reason why Bristleback is going for these kind of a damage right-click type of items, because they lack that role. They don't have this safe lane hero, because they have Lina and Lash, which is pretty much the same hero. They do the same thing.
And Flame gets himself out of danger. Gyro with a full axe done. Roshan, another long spawn. And I feel like these Roshans have been the causes of our long games, honestly, Lacoste. It's always been, you know, 1 minute 45, 2 minutes 30, 10 hours and 400 minutes until the next Roshan. And here come the BKBs, though. The big clash is on its way. Well, Shrek has one. Lena's still a few hundred gold away from hers. Needs more time. And with Newbee always moving around as 4 or 5, SCCC is shoving out these waves. And they do have a few areas to farm up quite safely.
Yeah, this DP is not going to die in the team fights. She has Warlock sitting behind her. And she has BKB, Eon Disc, and Dual Scepters, which means that she's gonna have a guaranteed Spirit Siphons on.
I mean, good luck killing SCCC, honestly. How do you bring that DP down? Newbee across the river just a little bit. Couple of heroes high ground. Invis, Kaka. LFY toying with the idea of moving forward. And neither of these teams really have a great way to get vision inside the pit. They've got Sigil on Newbee, but on the Radiant side, Illuminate is the best way of looking inside the Roshan pit to try and gauge what kind of fight they want.
We didn't talk about Keeper of the Light, though. He has Aghanim Scepter completed with the gem. Unobstructed vision, which means they're gonna get rid of a lot of vision during the daytime. And that heal, that could change the fight a little bit, but it feels... I can feel that Newbee's ahead 10,000 gold at this point. Like, you have these two items, two Bloodstones, and they picked up tons of bounty runes. That's where the gold is coming from, on the side of LFY.
It's one of those weird... So often in Dota, you know, a team gains an advantage by removing an advantage of the opponent, right?
Yes.
You take and you gain, and the other team loses as you gain. But in this game, both teams have kind of been gaining, just one team a little bit faster than the other. But I think with the hero matchups, Newbee just still feels so strong. Scan there from the Dire will make sure they know someone's on their way into this Dire jungle. Near the shrine, I don't think the LFY want to play around that one again. And Newbee will be able to corral them back. Snowball forward, Afu. With that Sandstorm, they miss out the Split Earth. Recalling in Super here, but the Blink call with the Dust. Call down on top, and Super. Nice Yule's BKB with the Illuminate heal as well. The rock is dropped though, and down goes Lina. In Flame, what are you up to? In far too deep all alone. 1v3, 1v2. He's got a golem chasing him, and I think that might be it for In Flame's Bristleback. 1-2 tap from Moogie as they chase forward, looking for more. SCCC finds Alfu, the ghosts chase, but they don't clip. Not enough damage in onto the Sand King. Well, that will be it. KP even blinks forward to try and find the call, but like you were saying, 10k net worth lead, now down to 7k. This is going to diminish little by little as Newbee find these edges, find these team fights that they can win very, very handily. And of course, with a big objective respawning now in Roshan, feels like Newbee in a good spot.
I don't think LFY is going to win this game. As time goes by, their chances of winning this game is just going to keep dropping. You have 3 cores who don't scale well into the, I'm gonna call this mid into the late game. So at one point, it's gonna be impossible to win. Yes,
absolutely. It's gonna be difficult, especially when, you know, we talked about the BKBs, but the fact now that Monet is going Shiver's Guard, no Lincolns, no Hex, no kind of damage dealing item or a way to win a team fight. You know, that's what you kind of look for, right?
And look what Lina has queued up.
Of course.
Click it.
No,
it's the same hero, Gary.
Oh, it's a Shiver's Guard. Hello. Haven't seen that item before. But yeah, it's getting a little bit awkward here for LFY. As then they're not going for those swing items, you know, the hexes, the big Daedalus or rapiers or whatever it might be, the big damage items or team fight winning items after they got these BKBs. It feels like they're stabilizing, but stabilizing is bad for LFY. They want to accelerate, they want to ramp.
The good thing for them is they don't have any vision. They got rid of every single observer ward with that gem and Keeper of the Light.
Kaka making some pretty good use out of the Sigil to scout inside the pit, though. And KP ready and waiting with that blink call. Moogie is invis. A quick sentry, obs down from Team Newbee. Trying to see what they can as the blink call doesn't quite connect onto Inflame, and the chase starts and it ends as quickly as that. Things getting awkward around the pit. The standoff between these two Chinese squads is one that we've seen many times in the past 2 games. It's going to absolutely destroy my voice and my throat by tomorrow if we see any more. But I think 37 minutes in, this Roshan, very important for both of the squads. And of course, they're going to sit themselves in this area, bunker down, and make sure no one can move forward. The one difference is, though, that Lina has shoved out bot lane, trying to force the hand of Newbee to come back and defend. And there it is, the ping from Sand King saying, hey, It's reaching tier 3. They will have to do something eventually.
They can always be on the side, pushing out the waves and have Keeper of the Light recalling them.
That's exactly what they're doing. So Roshan for now untouched. Healing back up. 2 side lanes pushed out by LFY, and there's the defense. Gyro forced to come back. SCCC, Kaka, KP, and Faith, the 4-man. Still grouping up and trying to make a play, but with Gyro down bottom, this is the moment to strike. They blink call onto the Bristleback, but there's the blinding light onto 2. The rock dropped and Sanking in trouble. 4 staff out from Arfu, but the upheaval double force up with the fatal bonds, bouncing the damage back from the Bristleback. And the trouble is he's so tanky, he's killing his teammates with the damage he's taking. 2 down for the price of nothing as Newbee fight 4v5 technically, with Gyro missing. And with their ultimates, they come out on top.
Yeah, I'm still baffled by Bristleback's items. He has no blade mail at this point. It just doesn't feel right.
Well, they're going to move in. Monet BKBs. In comes the Lina. In comes the Axe. The call is going to be here. No, it's not. The BKB Lina runs back and forth, but Moogie has killed Roshan and grabbed the Aegis. A quick blinding light buys time for LFY, but the chase is on. Jumping forward. KP wants blood. You can taste it in the water, but fast swimmers are LFY. All the way back to their tier 2.
Gyro picked up both Cheese and Aegis. Aegis, sorry. I don't know, I'm just used to calling it Aegis. Top tower might
Only
go down. If they're gonna deny it, one more hit. They should just deny it. The top tower, they get 0 gold.
Here comes SCCC. Come on. No, not gonna deny. Okay. I'm just looking at this gold graph, and it's, you know, systematic up. Lanes are being won, Kotl's pushing everything out, they're farming and getting bounty runes. And yeah, that little tick there, that's the spooky one. Down to 5k, and that means it's basically 0. You know, you just round down from 5,000 to 0, and that's that. While the XP graph, Newbee are ahead by a good 10,000.
Shadowblade picked up by an Axe, so that means that he's gonna have a better positioning, better pick off. Okay, so Bristleback has Blade Mail queued up right now.
Okay.
As a 6th item.
Very, very mid-game focused. LFY trying to get the job done early, and again, it's one of those drafts and lineups that, you know, you mentioned after the draft concluded, it's going to peter out as the game goes on, you know, the mid to late game, whatever you want to call it, as the Lina and the Leshrac do not have that scaling potential, and with Moogie picking up a double damage rune here, Newbee would love to have a team fight collapse into their lap, but it looks like LFY going to go for the split push game and try and mirror the movements of Newbee across the map.
That Prophet bought the 4th tome. She wants to get to level 25, have that haste once the exorcism is popped.
And the Octarine Core is not far away for her either. She's very top net worth on the DP. Not something you see too often when there's a Lina, Lesh, and a Gyro in the game. He's very farmed.
Yes.
Looks like Super. Has he shifted away from Shivers to AC? He has. I think that's smart.
It has no sense to go for 2 Shiva's Guard.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're playing against 2 scaling cores that have illusions, let's say Terrorblade and
PL.
PL, yes.
What's coming out here? Inflame has Blade Mail. They're ticking a lot of boxes and getting ready for these fights. Are they going to buy out? I mean, they're not going to have any buybacks on the Radiant side. Yeah, Kotl is the only one with buyback, and his is...
It doesn't matter. Right now they need to invest everything if they want to win. Having a buyback is not going to help them.
Absolutely. There's a big Warlock ulti. Call from KP. They've caught the Leshrac. The nice Laguna Blade does take out Kaka. Inflame's chasing out the Golem and the Warlock, but in comes Moogie. Gyro ready with a BKB Aegis, and he's just going to hold on to that BKB for as long as he possibly can. The Blink Call, Sand King, the reinitiation cancelled out by KP. Beautiful play, as that Sand King got nothing done, and without buyback available, this might be just it. Moogie's popped his BKB, and Monet with no Yules, no BKB, no magic immunity. The Ghosts are chasing forward onto Inflame. The damage being dealt. Do they have the finish? The Blink Call will catch Leshrac, and down goes Monet with one love tap. Suicide will do the job, but Mugi loses the Aegis. The trouble is now Super being chased back by golems. No real catch there from the rest of Newbee, as KP didn't have the initiation that he would have desired, but a quick Berserker's called back. A few lucky spins might catch the kill on Super, but Inflame returns to the fight full HP and swings down onto KP.
It feels like both of these teams don't like the Blade Mail. Axe is going for a Blade Mail as also 6th item.
Very late Blade Mails.
So they got Warlock and an Axe, but they can't touch the Death Prophet nor the Gyro. This Gyro with full Satanic, 2.5k HP, pretty hard to take down.
They did pop his Aegis, but that was because Mugi let them. He allowed them to kill him. This is a ballsy move here by LFY. Sure enough, they do have 4 alive, and they can maybe recall the Sand King in. Punch up from Kaka to slow this push down, but they've stunned up the Gyro, and he is saved up by
Satanic
the snowball.
ready.
Oh my god, BKB, Satanic! Mugi swings it back around, but he'll finally die. He is dead for 90 seconds with a buyback. It is forced out, and Kaka dropping low. Oh my god, is this game really going to go this way as well? 43 minutes in, the high ground push from LFY might just be working. KP with a BKB, sprints forward and then runs back, realizing he wants nothing to do with this team fight. So 2 buybacks there from Newbee to defend their high ground, as LFY coming out swinging.
That was a good Lotusaur play. It's one of the better items against the Gyro overall. Once you always have time to pop it when you see the rocket flying to you, and Gyro did not want to pop a BKB there, so a forced buyback.
He did not expect to die.
Also, KP bought back as well. I did not see that.
Yeah, the double buyback. Pretty big. 2 minutes until fast Roche spawn. But here comes the split push, right? Here comes the action. As Monet shoves out top, they've got bottom lane, 2 heroes there. Where is the Keeper of the Light? He's near the Bristle back. Might have to drag Super or Arfu out of danger.
Lena is running out of slots. She has 3,000 gold, but no slots. She needs to transition into a damage item. Just the pure damage, that's Daedalus. They don't have Gyro with any evasion item. Neither does DP.
Like, the trouble is here, do you sell Yules?
No, I would sell Bloodstone. I would really sell Bloodstone. At this point, I don't feel it's doing anything.
Okay. Look at that big old...
Like, it's just the HP. It's 500 HP, pretty much, at this point.
Yeah. At least the Yules... that's what I'm looking at. Like, Yule saves you, sets up for kills, potentially. Shadowblade does the same thing. And of course, you don't want to remove your BKB. And there's an Octarine Core level 25 Death Prophet. 25,000 net worth over on SCCC. There's Faith now level 21, so has the Golem on Death Talent. Level 3. And the Chaotic Offering on top of it all. And LFY just keeping the split push game going, shoving the waves out, and Newbee is this kind of death ball, trying to group up and find the team fights that they feel they deserve. KP with that Shadow Blade moving on forward, but I think he's been spotted. Pings come out, in Flame he knows. Somehow he knows.
We didn't talk about the talents. Keeper of the Light, level 19. Sand King, level 20. He has nothing too significant. Lena is going to deal a ton of the damage with her talent. Extra attack range. Also, Lashrak with the Edict Explosion. What does Bristleback even have on 25?
Oh, God.
Spell Lifesteal.
Spell Lifesteal is pretty cool. I've caught one with the snowball though. Arfu all the way back behind the tree line. They were trying to recall him out. Nicely found though by Kaka and KP. Roshan in 50 seconds. Just under a minute. And we're going to have that. We're going to have that thing across the river again. People looking at each other, giving the old eyeball. Trying to figure out how to get inside the pit without losing your team.
What did you say, mate? Did you tip me?
You what, mate? Tip me, or I'll kill you. Oh my... It must have started already, right? The tip me or I feed courier.
Oh. That's my new nickname right there.
Tip me or I feed courier. Oh, dearie me. I hope I've not started something there. LFY. Just holding out for now, waiting for Sand King to respawn. Don't want to do anything too rash. Is that an Octarine Core? Yeah, Octarine Core and Decisive Vice here for Monet. Closing in on it anyway. And Newbee really balling up for this tier 2 at top lane. They want some kind of objective. Try and catapult themselves.
3 tomes
Roshan.
on Courier.
For who? Radiant? And who's that for? Is that Bristleback taking them all?
Yes.
Well, he might not have time. Punched up, called down, Lotus Orb there as they do move Monet in and Sand King TPing very aggressively. Here's SCCC with a BKB expiring. Burrow Strike, Lotus Orb back in with a Golem dropped. Moogie Satanic up with a BKB, staying alive but not for long. Super Mega Kill up and running with a BKB. Turns back with a Laguna Blade, but the damage not quite enough. SCCC still so healthy. In the team fight with the ghosts going, and LFY a little bit afraid of what's coming around that corner, but I think now maybe LFY can go Roshan.
Yeah, they can. There's no buyback on the gyro because he bought in the previous fight. And this gyro is actually dying. Look, they need to control the Lina. Axe, still no blade mail.
They're not going Roshan.
You can just go in on a Lina and kill her with the blade mail and the BKB.
He can't do that if he's dead, Lacoste. Shadowblade, where's the reveal? Where's the reveal? Come on, you've got to have dust somewhere. The gem on Coastal, they find KP. A buyback and a dieback on the Axe. 2 dead for 80 seconds. LFY! Are they doing it? Newbee are in trouble now. Upheaval is there. Rax exposed. Cold and afraid. SCCC really the lone defender here. 2 supports behind, spamming spells, but the catch is there. Afu in, Lotus Orb back. Saves SCCC for now with the blade mail up on Inflame. They focus the barracks, and Monet, level 25. There go the Edict explosions you were talking about earlier on. Stun lands. They don't want to follow through though. Focusing buildings is the name of the game here from LFY as they can fall back and take Roshan as well, but they're not going to. They want to finish this game, or they want to put it beyond reasonable doubt. They're going to go for a second lane. Tier 3 bottom, it is gone.
Yeah, with the
zoning them.
There's no gyro and axe for another 40 seconds.
They've lost Kaka now. Buys back immediately. BKB SCCC. A nice 4 staff Eon Disc from Sand King, but Inflame. He's so tanky. The Octarine Core, he can't die. He's got these cool sprays spamming out, and he's staying alive. Kaka, Lotus Orb, sure, bounces back a Viscous Nasal Goo, but SCCC is out of gas. Nothing left in the tank, and 2 lanes of ranks down. Newbee, oh, they've got to be feeling the pain now. All too familiar, though. 2 lanes gone. This Bristleback Octarine, honestly, is huge.
Yeah, he sold his Vanguard, and it lowers the cooldown on a Blade Mail as well, which, if that Prophet does not have a Spirit Siphon on him, it triggers her Eon Disc.
That's going to be bad.
So he sold the Shadowblade on Lina.
Okay. Okay. Daedalus picked up. So Bristleback must be going for the lifesteal, right? The spell lifesteal.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got to be. With these cool sprays coming out. And Newbee, they've got 5 alive.
Oh, he popped those books.
Who, the Bristleback?
The Bristleback.
Oh, yeah. Up we go. Level 25. Let's get going. So DP ulti in 20 seconds. Roshan alive, and Inflame says hi. And the Shards, of course, going to scout things out with maybe a Sigil from Kaka ready. Smoke up. They've got Golem, and they'll have to drop this into the pit. There's Arfu waiting on the front lines, trying to get the catch with a blink call. KP in onto that initiating hero of LFY. Bristleback is tanky, but he's still losing a decent amount of HP here, even with that spell lifesteal. Down to about 2/3 of his HP. There's a lot of expenditure, though, from Newbee. They've still got the Chaotic Offering. They need the Fatal Bonds. They need a group up here from LFY, but the Burrow Strike call misses, and Arfu is playing them like a fiddle. In and out he goes, and Monet now has a chance. Sprints forward. Looks for the Warlock. Where's the Golem? They need to chuck it in, and there it goes. Faith catches, but the Burrow! Epi! Gyro's gone. Monet will follow. SCCC getting the job done here for Newbee, but a two-man LSA. There's Super with a catch. There's Super with a kill. And SCCC, he doesn't know what to do except run for the hills. Death Prophet is out of there. No chance to fight, and Roshan still alive. Golems clear up Arfu and try to chase down Yao, but it will be Roshan for Monet as the buybacks come out.
That's a refresher shard. Sanking, does he have a buyback? Yes, he does. If they want to take a fight, he's just going to buy back. There's a DP with the refresher orb.
Yeah.
Not sure that's going to make any kind of a difference. Like, this Blade Mail is winning them game.
Ah, Blade Mail. Now he's got a cheese on Bristleback. The one thing you have to worry, though, is about the fatal bonds onto Bristle and the rest of his team. If that happens, potentially we just see the Radiant all die, but they do have the BKBs to keep themselves alive. So SCCC refresher orbs up for the ulti, the BKB, and they move on forward with KP, but the damage is just not coming through from Newbee. KP's nearly dead. The upheaval will slow down in Flame, but he doesn't care. Still half HP with the cheese and the Blade Mail ready now. Altering Core will keep him up and running, and SCCC has popped that refresher shard for refresher orb, sorry, for nothing. He's defended the base for maybe 10-15 seconds, but LFY are ready again.
They can just reinitiate and go again. 20 seconds. They know that DP has no exorcism for the next minute and more than a minute.
And there's Inflame. He's just tanking everything up, moves forward. KP can't initiate. He's got the Lotus Orb Battle Hunger on him, so he can't blink. And there's Mega Creeps. LFY have crushed the base of Newbee. They do have 5 alive now, as Inflame being shredded here by the gyro.
He popped the cheese. Someone help this guy.
Not quite ready just yet. The call down looks big. Kaka in onto Monet, and Aegis popped. Blink call. There we go, KP in onto the big target. Down goes the Lina. Super dead, but Kaka drops as the trade-off. Inflame chasing back Mookie. He is low. The Lotus Orb going to bounce back with the epicenter of the double burrow. Hello, Arfu. What's up, my dude? GG's called, and see you, Newbee. LFY are going through.
Maybe I underestimated the power of a throw. Like, Newbee was still playing from behind, considering the network, but they were really ahead. I think if they just played correctly with an Axe did not have a Blade Mail this whole game. Like, this is one of the heroes that it's a must.
Baby, baby, baby. That series was quite something. LFY 2-1. Newbee. Here in the ESL One Birmingham Major. And that is going to be Newbee out. This was important to them as well.
Yeah, that means that they're not getting any points.
Yeah. That's Newbee stuck in 7th place.
So all they have is a super major. Same goes for EG.
Yeah.
If they want to make it into the top 8. We got to give credit to LFY.
I mean, game 1 they didn't show up. I don't know what was happening there. They were I don't know, playing on Guitar Hero instruments or something. I mean, but game 2 and 3, bloody hell did they show up.
Yeah, finally, a couple of the late items on the Bristleback were really on point. He sold his Vanguard, got the Octarine core. Keeper of the Light bought him 3 books so he can get him to level 25. And with the Blade Mail, I just think that they needed that item way too earlier so they wouldn't play from behind.
You can see there that dip there is what you're talking about. Newbee kind of slipping back into the game. They're ahead because they're taking that lead back away from LGD. And then that Roshan fight. The dancing around the Roshan fight. Everything piling together. LFY, beautiful stuff in game 2 and game number 3. Congratulations to them. And that brings our stream today to an end. Tomorrow, we do start at midday again. And I believe we're going to be doing tiebreakers and decider games, but we'll find out exactly what those matches are going to be tomorrow in the morning, I guess. It starts 11 AM British summertime, midday Central European summertime.
That was great, Gary.
Thank you so much. We're done.
We're done.
We're done. We'll pop the camera on and we can, you can wave if you want, Lacoste, or whatever you want to do. Oh, hang on a second, I've not done it yet. I want to sit down. That's it for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow, midday, CEST. I don't know what games we're casting, but it'll be Dota 2, it'll be ESL Birmingham Major, and it's going to be good as well. See you guys tomorrow.